Once upon a time in the south of Spain, there was a small village whose people were very joyful and lucky. The children played under the shade of trees in the gardens of their home. There lived a shepherd boy whose name was Nasir. He stayed near the village with his father, mother, and grandmother. Every early morning, he takes his herd of goats up the hills to find a suitable place for them to graze. In the afternoon, he would return with them to the village. At night, his grandmother would tell him a story. The story of stars. This story really interested Nasir. As usual, on one of these days, as Nasir was watching his herd and playing his flute, he suddenly saw a wonderful light behind the flower bush. When he came towards the branches, he saw a transparent and most beautiful crystal ball. The crystal ball was glittering like a colorful rainbow. Nasir carefully took it in his hand and turned it around, with surprise. Suddenly he heard a weak voice coming from the crystal ball. It said, "You can make a wish that your heart desires, and I will fulfill it." Nasir could not believe that he had actually heard a voice. But he became so engrossed in his thoughts because he had so many wishes. But he must wish for something which was impossible, like the wish to be able to fly. He said to himself, "If I wait till tomorrow, I will remember many things." So he put the crystal ball in a bag and gathered the herd and happily returned back to the village. He decided that he would not tell anyone about the crystal ball. On the following day also, Nasir could not decide what to wish for, because he really had everything he needed. He appeared to be very cheerful. The people around him were amazed to see his cheerful disposition. One day a boy followed Nasir and his herd and hid behind a tree. Nasir, as usual, sat in one corner, took out the crystal ball, and for a few moments looked at it. The boy waited for the moment when Nasir would go to sleep. Then he took the crystal ball and ran away. When he arrived in the village, he called all the people and showed them the crystal ball. The citizens of that village took the crystal